No. 9 out of 5. 8.000,000%.
You ever just stop and wonder what on God's green earth is going through people like these guys' heads?
Oh, I thought you had that all in one then.
I feel like a person.
Totally optional. That was, by the way, smashed up your student accommodation, most likely. Gained nothing. But what if I told you that these guys here, they're not the only ones? What if I told you that it gets worse? It gets a lot worse. What we've got in store for you today is honestly some of the most vile and depraved stuff I've ever seen. And that's the God's honest truth. I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for what I know we've got in stock. In stock, you know, you're not aware. My God, I wish I was in your position. So buckle in. When I say buckle in, I really do mean it. Like actually, physically, buckle yourself in. Whatever you've got around you, you can restrain yourself with, you know? Because what you're about to witness, my friends, my family tree, is diabolical. But we're in it together. So let's go.
Fucking hell.
There is a growing collective sickness, for want of a better word, especially within the UK right now. And I'm not talking about the housing crisis or the weather. I wish I was. Chance to be a fine thing. I'm talking about a specific breed of person. This specific breed of person has looked at the concept of human dignity dead in the eyes, and they've just said, nah, bruv, I'm not doing that. Decided that the only way to go forward in life is to engage in the most horrendous acts known to man. Even, declaring biowarfare on their own, digestive systems, their own guts. In some cases, unfortunately, in the name of a few hundred Instagram followers. Well, I think it's safe to say that some of our contenders here today are doing it for something other than just the followers, just throwing it out there. So yeah, straight into the absolute trenches of the British underbelly. So let's start with the lighter side of this absolute apocalypse. Let's head over to a group of lads that call themselves the Spunk Lords. Fantastic. We absolutely have to prioritize giving these guys a new name, by the way, for the sort of purpose of this video, because I don't want to be saying that over and over again. We'll think of something.
Your pro tip, innit? If you want to freshen up before you've seen a gal, then get yourself some fresh breath, bro.
What the fuck did you do that for? He's a muppet, right?
First of all, surprisingly, this guy saying it, after his shenanigans that we've just seen. With these guys, I do kind of feel it could be a case of, growing up in a nice area. Bristol, in fact, I think. Like if anyone's been from Bristol, it's this guy. But yeah, sorry. Grown up, nice area, Bristol. Becoming a bit bored of society, etc. Wanted to try to be a bit edgy. And you know what? You know what they say? If all else fails, start a knockoff shit version of Jackass in your student accommodation. A shit knockoff version of Jackass, filmed on a Casio calculator. But what we're about to look at, unfortunately, it's not quite as tame. I really wish it was. These people are taking it a step too far, honestly. They're taking it a leap too far. It's not even just a step, really, is it? And speaking of leaps, let's start with this man.
I'm Cracky Talkie. If you don't know, get to know. This is a River Thames job. Nitboy, who's the first to jump off the Tower Bridge? Me or you?
And before we start, it's only right that I admit that I was wrong. In a recent video, I featured a clip of this man, and boy, did I underestimate him. I said that he got into he's getting into the River Thames. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. This man didn't just get into the River Thames. He took an inflatable shark to London Bridge, it looks like, might not be, and he just threw himself straight into the river.
I'm Cracky Talkie. If you don't know, get to know. Left!
And I think something that I wasn't quite taking into consideration last time, the Thames isn't even water. It's a liquid cocktail of gonorrhea and probably cholera. Baptized himself in pure British disease. Literally marinated himself in the plague. The Black Plague. welcome to the UK. There's truly something for everybody with Cracky Talkie as well, by the way. Don't be thinking that it stops there. That's nothing in this guy's books. More of a pamphlet. There's not much to his books. But let's just say, we can't be forgetting family favorites like Cracky Talkie snorting popping candy off a workbench.
I'm Cracky Talkie, and this is nose candy. If you don't know, get to know. Lat.
Or Cracky Talkie super gluing his own literal tooth back into his face. And I think it's safe to say the human brain is an absolute work of art, you know, as you can see. But just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it does. In comes official Nitnit. And yeah, that's what he's called himself. You know, Cracky Talkie, and now we got Nitnit. So you can see why I might have suggested that these guys might be doing this for a little bit more than just the, you know, interaction, the fame, the names alone. And that's without even looking at them. You look at them, it solidifies it. You get the angles that I'm trying to come from. So, in comes official Nitnit. And I'm going to be real. Some see official Nitnit as a, you know, unstoppable force. Because where Cracky Talkie, you know, at least he's getting the views. So that's potentially spurring him on. Official Nitnit, he doesn't even get any fucking views. He's doing it seemingly for nothing. What? Most creators, digital creators, I think digital creators is a very, very strong terminology for these guys. Let's go with digital creatures. But yeah, creators normally do things like, you know, Q&As, stuff like that for a milestone. Maybe they'll do like a giveaway if they hit like a big milestone or something. Official Nitnit hit 200 followers. My nan has probably got more than that. And he celebrated getting this 200 followers by consuming literally what looks like the discarded remains of some fish market from 1996. You know? And it's foul, you know, as you can see. The guy, like, what? Do you know, people don't ever fail to surprise me. But yeah, now you'd think celebrating hitting 200 followers by doing whatever the flip that was would be the rock bottom of this video. But once again, no, you'd be wrong. Unfortunately, the internet in the UK, it doesn't have a flaw as of recent. It's just an endless descent into psychological torment. It's time we talk about the sandwich. This sandwich has been a problem in my life for a couple days now. Cracky Talkie. Back to him. He didn't even wait for a milestone. No. He just woke up one day, looked at, you know, the sun shining down in his garden, and he thought to himself, today is a wonderful day to literally eat dog shit.
Oh, hell no, man.
I wish I was joking. My bro, I wish. I'm wishing upon a star right now that I was joking. Now, this has nearly sent me into, you know, some kind of institution, thinking about even maybe getting therapy. So if you got a weak stomach, which I have, by the way, yeah. Feel sorry? Anybody feel sorry for me? Decided it's a wonderful day to eat dog shit. Like, in a sandwich, a dog shit sandwich, bro. Like, I always thought that there was, like, diseases and stuff that could happen from that, you know? I thought you could go blind from that. Is that not true? Is that not a thing? Is that just something that people say? There's no reason I'm trying to find that out, by the way. It makes it sound like, you know, honestly, I would go as far as to say that this is the worst thing I've ever spoke about in a video, I think, so far.
Wow.
You know, eating a dog shit sandwich, by the way, bro, before you say, oh, no, you know. The thing that genuinely makes me want to kind of evict my own soul from my body here, he didn't just eat it dry. No. Bro pulled out the Hellmann's, bro. Mayonnaise.
You need to leave.
Spread some big rascal thick layer like I skipped past. I don't know if he spread it, but he put mayonnaise on it, bro. This is the worst bit. Why are we adding condiments? Why are we bringing the condiments out here? Bro, wanted a smooth texture while completely abandoning human civilization. I can't believe it's allowed on Instagram, honestly. It's diabolical. This is literally like disease. The way he's acting, the character he's portraying is the human equivalent of a disease. And it doesn't stop there. I wish it did. Woof. We might be thinking to ourselves, Cracky Talkie, unhinged bloke, lunatic on the estate, happens to have had something filmed, trying to be edgy again. But no, it's not just that. It's not just that. Because where there is a successful format, there's a copycat. But can you believe that there's a copycat of this stunt? I couldn't. But there is. And we've met him before. Enter official Nitnit once again. Give it up for official Nitnit. Lose the 4. Give it up, official Nitnit. Please. Nitnit saw the absolute traction that Cracky Talkie got. When I last saw, I don't want to open it again, but when I last saw something like 25,000 likes, Unreal. So official Nitnit saw the traction that Cracky Talkie got from committing literal crimes against his own mouth and everybody's feed. Yep. And thought, yeah, I want a slice of that pie. He dropped a conditional video offering a locked stretch goal to his community. Get 1,500 followers, I think it was. Again, don't really want to open it again.
My name's Nitty anyway, right? If we get 500 followers, I'll eat a dog shit salad. And Nitty, I'm coming for you.
That is his price. He has valued his entire human dignity, his health, and his future employment prospects as well, which is pretty important when you're potentially, in this position. Risked all of that for the exact target following that my local library has got. Treating literal filth like it's nothing. Let's be honest. And it's got to stop. And the absolute tragedy, he actually did do it. Again, there is footage of it. Readily available, as far as I'm aware. It didn't go viral, thank God. He did the most repulsive act thinkable off the top of your head. There's obviously you could think of probably potentially worse, but off the top of your head, it's definitely up there. I think it goes without saying. Most despicable act known to mankind. The Instagram algorithm just looked at him. He just said, "Nah, we're not feeling it, bro. We're not feeling it. Not too tough." And just listen to him as well. Listen to the hypocrisy.
Right, bro, you dirty fuckers. Here's the fucking shit butty challenge.
This is for all you dirty fuckers. Calling people dirty fuckers whilst literally preparing to tuck into a shit sandwich. Talk about hypocrite, bro. Imagine walking into a park and doing that, though. Essentially kids going around, people walking their dogs. Big mistake, by the way. Keep your dogs at home when official Nitnit's about. Not even his own idea as well, let me add. As if it wasn't bad enough that he's doing it anyway. He's literally ripped the idea off. If you're going to rip someone, like, at least, welcome to the UK as well. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. Unfortunately, today's hasn't been too much fun or any games for any of us. So I do apologize. But it's funny, to be honest, because all of this talk about the worst people on the internet and all that kind of stuff, I actually had a little bit of an experience of my own day before yesterday, where at a glance, to any of you, probably some of you guys, to be honest, and anybody that was looking in at a glance, I, in fact, looked like I was the worst person on the internet. Yeah. I woke up to find my Instagram had been completely hijacked by a bot whilst I was literally busy watching people eat dog shit while I'm there busy. Nearly said busy eating dog shit. Thank God that wasn't the case. While I'm busy sat there watching people eat dog shit, my account was broadcasting premium top tier Mr. Beast spam. By the looks of it, I've of course tried to go through and unsend as many as I can, and I've sent loads and loads of messages, put a post out explaining, please ignore, Believe we have got the bot out now, taking some serious. It's taken quite a lot, to be honest. I've had to factory reset my literal PC and everything. Lost quite a lot of things. So that was great, but I'm very grateful that I've got it back. But yeah, please consider this my official apology to anyone who got a message from me the day before yesterday, or a couple days ago. Anyway, I've seen it happen on Discord. I've never seen it happen on Instagram. Just my luck, you know. But yeah, I think it was to do with a virus on the PC or something. So, like I say, all locked down now. 2FA, left, right, and center. Back to business. So look, we need to collectively hand our routers back to BT. To be honest, shut it all down, all of it. By this point, we have reached the final boss of the attention economy. I believe from time people are eating shit sandwiches, I think it's time to call the whole thing off, if you ask me. Literal grown men actively competing over who can consume the most toxic substance, just for the amusement of people that, you know, most of the time don't even follow them, don't even bother to follow them. You know, what's, you know, anyway, I'm not going to go into it again. It's making me feel sick. So, yeah, the literal battle of the nitties, televised. I know I've said it before, but for today, I am entirely done with the internet. And who can blame me? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you check out some of my other stuff, you know. Also, drop a like down below. Get involved in the comments, make yourself known. Because if I have to sit here and process the sort of structural layout of a dog shit sarnie, you know, with mayonnaise, don't forget fucking mayonnaise, please. That makes it worse. You know, the very least you can do if I've got to do that is check out my other stuff. With something that we can, something you can maybe have a bite to eat whilst watching. Huge shout out to our YouTube members, Yola Gang, literal bunch of legends. We got two others, two new ones. We did have them last week, but it was the timing of the edit and stuff. I think actually shout these guys out, and because they're so important to the channel. I know like no other. That's bro. Big up you, my G. Jason, Rock City. Big up you. They're the two newest members. And then, of course, big up Lord Washington the First, of course, every single time. Dean Lauder, 4133, every single time. Terra Firm, every single time. 5 members, my 5 gangsters, you understand? Big up. Love and blessings. Can't thank you guys enough. While we're on the topic, make sure you check out bluntgang.store for the merch. Any purchases do help the channel massively. Dean Lauder, I see you with the first t-shirt purchase as well. Don't know if I mentioned that in the last video, because you know. And before I forget, please make sure you drop me a subscribe, because honestly, we've all seen what happens to digital creators that get desperate. You know, they turn into digital creatures in some cases, and we wouldn't want that. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your patience.